Hey, what's going on? Dr. Mike here, VIP Fitness. Just wanted to show you a simple foam rolling routine that covers all the major muscles that we typically have knots, pain, tightness, and movement restriction that prevents you from having the best workout you possibly can have. So go ahead and follow on. We're going to do this really quick. Could you spend more time on foam rolling? Absolutely. But in general, the areas that I'm hitting, you only need to spend 20 seconds on, and then you can move on to the next one. And like always, when you're foam rolling, if you don't feel pain or a knot, don't spend any time there, otherwise it's a waste of time. All right, so first we're going to start from the bottom up. All right, we're going to go right to the side of like the calf, or like the common peroneal for those anatomy people watching. I'm going to have you start right at the ankle, all right? And we're going to foam roll that. Now I can simply just roll it like this, okay? Or I can put pressure this way or get my weight on it. But ultimately what I want to do is I want to roll up and down. I can go side to side, and I understand there's other ways of doing this, but for today's video, we're just going to show general rolling. But the reason why I'm targeting this muscle is this muscle commonly gets very tight or taut and restricts ankle and knee mobility. So by getting this one moving good, all right, you're going to have better ankle and knee mobility. Think about when you squat or you deadlift. You need to get into those bending positions of the ankle and knee. If you do not, you're going to end up loading the back and hips funny. Okay, so that's all it took. I'm just kind of going up from the bottom of the ankle to right here, the side of the knee. Once I've hit that, all right, which I feel pretty good. Now, I'm not going to do both sides for demo purposes. However, you'd want to do both sides. But now what we're going to do is we're going to move up to like the hip flexor region, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the groove of this foam roller here, this edge, this firm edge, and I'm going to place it, I'm losing control of myself, I'm going to place it right here in front of the hip socket, okay? So kind of just between, if you feel there's these bones that stick out here, kind of your AS-IS landmark, and in between the area you don't want to crush, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to put that right there, all right? It's hard to see on a camera, all right? And once again, I'm just going to roll kind of up and down. When you're foam rolling, make sure, am I okay here? I violated the line. All right, cool. When you foam roll, make sure you breathe in through your nose 5 seconds and out through your nose or mouth 5 seconds. So that way we're calming the nervous system down. The benefit of doing that, by doing that foam rolling that way, it causes the muscles to relax. Okay, so that's roughly 20 seconds there, and I would hit both sides, okay? Now we're going to go on to the glutes. By the way, by foam rolling the hip flexor in the glutes, it really allows the hip to move forward and back. Once again, when we get in these squat positions, there's a lot of forward and back movement. That limited restriction can cause stress to anywhere above or below it. So by foam rolling, it frees up mobility there, which is good for the body. Okay, so we're going to start here with the glutes. Kind of find that butt bone and put pressure on it. And as I roll, I'm thinking sink my hips deep down through the foam roller to the floor, so that way I'm getting maximum pressure on the glute. Now, if you're doing this, you're like, I feel nothing, you can always throw on this. So here, I said I was going to just do straight up foam rolling. Here's a little tip. You can go ahead and you can crisscross your leg, and then that will get a little deeper. That'll expose that piriformis muscle, if you've ever heard of that, okay? That's actually really, I don't know anyone else is doing that. There's people behind you, by the way, in the video. This hurts like hell. So I'm going to put this down because I don't quite need it, and I'm being a wimp on camera. And I'm going to foam roll all the way up to the top of my pelvis to where my low back starts, okay? But just before that, and then you can go on your side here too and work this area. And so you're working like the outside of the glute, kind of TFL area, okay? So from there, we would do the other side, but for time purposes, I'm not going to. Now I'm going to show you a quick way to hit the pecs by not having to go side to side. It's quick, and this is user-friendly for female because they're anatomy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the foam roller upper chest, okay? So if my collarbone's this way, horizontally, I want to start right there. I'm going to come right here, my butt's up, I'm putting pressure through the foam roller, and I can lift my legs. Notice how I lifted my legs off the floor, and I'm just working up and down. Now, while I'm here, I can push my weight, so I'll do from this view. I can push into the foam roller either side. So I can go neutral like this, I can put pressure like this, Okay, I can put pressure on my left side. So this is left side pressure, this is right side. I spend 5-6 rolls up and down, 20 seconds per region, I'm out. Now let's go ahead, do a couple more final rolls here. I'm gonna hit the lats and rotator cuffs. So I'm gonna go right under the shoulder blade, right here. This is probably the most painful one we're doing today, if not the most painful in period, even better than IT band. I'm gonna start right at the base of the armpit, kind of go up and down. Work that region, up and down. And Brand, you're breathing, don't forget you're breathing. I'm gonna go all the way up to the base of my shoulder or through the back of it, kind of work that area up and down, and then I would switch and do the other side. Once you've done that, we just gotta roll the upper back only and then do a little extension exercise with the foam roller, and then we're done with foam rolling. So, as you can see, this is fairly quickly. It'd be even quicker if I wasn't blabbing. But what I want you to do is put this foam roller in line with your bra line, okay? And then we go north from there. You never want to foam roll your low back. And for one, if someone foam rolls their low back incorrectly, they can hurt it. And two, typically your low back is tight because your upper back is tight. So if you free up the upper back, the low back naturally loosens up. So we want to just be time effective and safety, so we stay away from the low back. Let's go bra line here. We want our fingertips on temples, elbows forward. So when I'm in this position, I'm not hands way back here, elbows out. If I do that, my upper back muscles block the deep spinal muscles, and I don't get the quality of foam rolling in my upper back, and I'm not going to get the desired effect. So what I want to do is have fingertips on temples, elbows forward. So we come here, fingertips on temples, elbows forward, then I lift my butt up, all right? That allows me to migrate north and south. So I'm going to come up here. I'm not flaring out. Everyone, by the way, has a tendency to do that, so catch yourself. Foam roll up in here, all the way to the base of my neck. All right, once I've done that, I'm going to drop to my right hip, okay? And then I'm going to do the same thing, but just get more of the side of the upper back. Okay, so it's the right side. I do that a few times or 20 seconds. And it's max 20 seconds. You don't have to do 20 seconds, but about max 20 seconds. Then I'm going to drop to my left, and I'm going to come up here again. Remember, don't do this. Keep those elbows forward, or you can hug yourself even. Especially on the side bending, that works good, or when you're on the side. So that's my total foam rolling. But while we have the foam roller, and since our upper backs typically lack what you may or may not have heard of called T-spine or thoracic spine extension, I want to throw in that quick corrective exercise while I'm there. Because all of us, I don't care who you are, you can be the most flexible female, but you're probably tight through the upper back because of the ribs. It doesn't allow a lot of spinal mobility. So let's do this. Final thing and we're done. So you're going to go back to that bra line position, fingertips on the temples, elbows forward, and we're going to extend all the way back. And then come back to neutral. Don't do this through pain. If it starts to hurt, stop. You're going to go all the way back. So think about this. We're going to do 3. I recommend at least 3 up to 10. Once I did my 3 minimum, then I'm going to lift my butt up, scoot it down just an inch, drop it back, and then do the same thing. Okay, 3 back. You could literally do that same process. Lift your butt up, bring it down an inch. Repetitively until you're, at the base of your neck here. I usually tell people do 3 sets of 3 minimum, 1 per segment. Now guys, especially gentlemen, if you're watching this, or guys that are trying, or women too, they're trying to get really strong, and for instance, maybe they're not seeing the same results as they would like, or good as results in their deadlift, squat, or bench, or maybe you've never done this before. If you combine this routine, do that T-spine extension with a little bit, maybe some face pulls, I guarantee that will improve your ability to deadlift, bench, you name it. If you do that right before your workout, you'll probably increase 2-3% on your overall strength if you don't normally do this and you add this to your routine. All right, go be the best version of yourself.